What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. So XRP is trading at 50 cents, a small dip from yesterday, but we can clearly see, guys, that XRP is priming for a very big move, and we are just waiting for that. Count your blessings for this court case with XRP. The Fed does not want you in, know what you hold. So you have to understand, guys, that the agenda from the beginning was to stall XRP, right? This was always the case, because think about it. How can XRP, only XRP, be sued for a security, right? Like one of the best digital assets out there with real utility, real use case. Ask yourself these things. Now here we can clearly see what they want to do with XRP. Let's take a look here.
Is it with the pilot members and the bank members that ultimately would join this thing, or is it a direct to consumer kind of or direct to business effort at some point?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of both, and we need to have our eyes on both. With the financial institutions, we've seen a broad swath of the industry that's leaning in. Clearly, our pilot members, so the folks on the discussion here with me today, are leaning in. But there's others who for whom instant payments is just a brand new topic, and we've got an education gap there, so we can bring them along, so that then we can reach out to the end users. I think more broadly, we've got to reach out to the industry and start to light up use cases in a way that they can see the benefits, so that we get to the natural thing. I like the way Kevin puts it. To them, it's just they want to move the money instantly. They shouldn't need to know about all the plumbing and all the things that we will worry about and that the financial institutions will worry about. They should just say, I want to move money because there's another counterparty that needs these funds for me instantly, and we should worry about the details, whatever the use case may be. But I think until we let them know that it is a possibility that we can move money in the same manner that they're used to seeing their text messages or emails move instantly.
Again, look how he's talking. This is the FedNow pilot program. He's talking like Brett Garlinghouse, which he said, we want to move value. We want to move money like value, like emails, right? He's saying the same things, guys. And we know that the FedNow is working together with Ripple, and it goes live in July. So almost there. And this is where big players will come and start using this, because this is where big institutions will also adopt this technology, right? As he's saying, people do not want, like big institutions, they do not want to worry about the details. They just want money from A to B as quickly as possible, right? And it should be as quickly as possible, because we're living in 2023 and not in 1950 anymore. We need to move money like we move emails and text messages. It is only common sense for that to happen right now. FedNow, when we will flip the switch in the middle of the year, verbatim by FedNow personal during interview with Finostra. Let's take a look.
Move on to our next topic, and this is really ties into some of the questions that have come our way. Basically, Stephen, I'll say right off the bat, this is for you. Can we discuss timeline requirements, onboarding process to launch FedNow service?
Yeah, so we have an active pilot program with 120 organizations to basically help us build out the FedNow system. That's been active for a couple years. And we hope, and we are actively recruiting what we're calling early adopters right now. And what does that mean? We're hoping we can get a good couple hundred customers that are in the position to both real-time post and connect. So when we turn on our testing system, which is late this year or first quarter of 23, they will be able to test our system. So when we flip the switch, and let's assume it is middle of 23, we will have several hundred customers on the system moving transactions. Okay, we do not have a formal schedule yet, but those are the rough timeframes of when we hope FedNow will be live. And go back a slide, Mihail. There's
Sure.
also choice as far as how you want to participate in FedNow, receive only, do both send and receive.
So as you can see, guys, when we flip the switch middle of 2023, which is when the FedNow will go live, again, lining up with the end days of these lawsuits. And you can clearly see that the SEC is not in favor by the people. No one likes the SEC. So this is only a matter of time, guys. Only a matter of time before this really happens. Juniper Research estimated the global value of CBDCs will grow dramatically from 100 million today to 213 billion by 2030. That is a huge spike in value, guys, and I think it will be even more, because 213 billion is not even that much, right? It's way more possible that this will go into the trillions when we reach 2030, because that's still 7 years away. And I think with how fast things are moving right now, we're just moving too fast for 213 billion. I think it's going to be more. In today's increasingly digital world, central bank digital currencies play a pivotal role in modernizing the financial system and providing greater global access to financial service. Juniper Research estimates that the global value of CBDCs will grow dramatically from 100 million today to 213 billion. Overview of global CBDC trends. So here you can see, guys, that there are two speakers here, and they will talk about this topic, which is very interesting, by the way, because they will talk about CBDC overview regarding central banks' engagements with Ripple. Juniper Research report highlights CBDCs and stablecoins key opportunities, regional analysis, and market forecasts. This is how well Ripple has positioned itself, guys, for the best gap in this industry, right? The biggest gap is moving money right now, because everything is modernized except for the financial system. And Ripple is literally so far ahead of every company that you can actually take out there. Ripple is the driving force behind blockchain technology. For years, they've been building the foundation to become the world's leading global payments provider. The stage is set, and we stand on the cusp of witnessing history in the making. Let's take a look.
Thank you for having me. I think it is, as you introduced, the reason why the Twitter crypto community cares so much about this question is it's not just about Ripple. It really is, as was introduced, that the whole industry is impacted by this decision. The irony is the only country on the planet that thinks XRP as a security is the United States SEC.
Okay, well, Brad, our litigation analysts here at Bloomberg Intelligence think that the SEC ultimately is going to win this. That's just an opinion. It's a hypothetical scenario. But in that scenario, how does Ripple move forward?
Look, unfortunately, Ripple is already operating in a world where it's as if we have lost. Despite that fact, Ripple had a record year last year. We continue to grow very quickly across our major product groups. Now, unfortunately, that growth is almost all coming from outside the United States, and we are hiring more and more people outside the United States. But our customer base now is about 95% non-US companies, non-US payment companies.
Hey, listen, bitch! I said I want 100 shares of Ripple. I know
huge benefits, and there is a pressing need to do so.
But now we have someone from the private sector, Brad Garlinghouse, who is the CEO of the financial technology company Ripple.
We're selling technologies to banks and financial institutions to solve a cross-border payments problem.
So XRP ledgers tend to close about every 4 seconds, and they're pretty consistent in that. Bitcoin blocks produced every 10 minutes, but you can have an hour with no block, or you can have 2 blocks produced at the same time because it is a probabilistic process. Distributed agreement protocols are not probabilistic.
There's not enough room for all these blockchains. So you see Flow raise a ton of money, you see Solana raise a ton of money, you see...
So I think this video really shows you guys how well Ripple is positioned and what Brad Garlinghouse is saying, because these words that he's saying are very important to pay attention to, right? Now, the problem is here, guys, that a lot of people still think that XRP will not go up, right? Because they think it has just taken too long, but that's exactly what they want. Remember, They do not want you in XRP. They have tried everything and they will continue to try everything, and they will flip the switch at the last moment when everyone will give up. Most of the people will give up, and then they will flip the switch. Thank you very much for watching the video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.